Hi kids, this is your superpower kid, Neva Lee Recla. And today we have on our show a very amazing guest. His name is Stephenson. He's a motivational speaker, a therapist, amazing human being. And I also wanted to give a big thank you to Joe Polish for connecting me with him. So, without further ado, will you help me welcome our guest, Stephenson. Hi, Sean.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
You bet. I even got dressed up in my superhero outfit for you.
Thank you. So, what are your superpowers?
My superpowers are imagination. My superpowers are, I probably have three main ones: imagination, persistence, and compassion.
I like that. I really like that. So, I thought since we were, Mom, I didn't hear you. Today we're talking about what is self-love. And I thought since we were both superheroes that we could do a superhero pose.
I like it.
All right. So when did you start your business?
I started my business when I was in high school. I was a sophomore in high school, and I just wanted some side money to buy video games and candy. And I went and tried applying to a lot of different companies, and all of them turned me down. So I got really frustrated. And then I thought, well, maybe I need to start my own company. And I got asked to speak to another school about what it's like to have a disability. And they paid me $75. And back then, that was going to buy me a lot of video games and candy. So I was very happy. And here we are later, 23 years later, and I'm still speaking and buying video games and candy.
I like it. I love it when adults are kids.
Yes. Yeah, I even decided not to grow up physically, just so I could stay a kid just like you.
All right, so I thought since I've done a card reading for Joe Polish and JP Sears that I could do one for you.
Let's definitely do that. I could use that.
All right, so I have my Oracle deck. Shuffle them. All right. Should I choose the top two?
Whatever you would normally do. Don't do it any different than Joe Polish. I want to see if I did a better job. If I get a better future.
All right. So the first one is Kitsune. It says, "I will show you whom to trust."
Okay.
So wolf. And then the second one is, strange companions in stranger places. Challenges, use your imagination.
Well, I am an imagination superhero, so.
So I think these are telling you to just stay being who you are
Mm-hmm.
and your imagination to guide you.
Yeah, I like it. I'll do it.
All right, so I really like those cards. All right. So, how did you become a motivational speaker?
Well, I got asked, like I said, to speak to another school about what it's like to have a disability. And then from there, I did such a good job and I had so much fun that I then got asked to speak to another school and then to a hospital and then to a company, and then to a prison. And it just kept going and going and going. And the phone just kept ringing, people saying, hey, would you motivate our group? And it started off just speaking about what it's like to have a disability. But then I started to teach about confidence, success, leadership, eventually sales and marketing, and growing your business.
Awesome. That's really cool. Actually, I've been wanting to become a motivational speaker.
I think you'd be an amazing one.
Thank you. I'm actually speaking in front of when, Mom? When is it? Yeah, sometime in November. I'm speaking in front of 2,500 people.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you got a good agent so that you get a good fee.
My mom's my agent.
All right. Well, mom better be getting a good fee for you.
All right. So I thought we could talk also a little bit about your book.
Okay.
Because I'm writing a book and I want it to be a bestseller.
Yeah.
It's gonna be called When Pigs Fly.
Mm.
And thank you. And so it's gonna be inspiring parents and adults to like how they can inspire kids to do business.
Oh, I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. So you want some pointers on putting together a book or what?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, couple things. You want to make sure that you're writing the book for the reader's imagination and not for your own interests. So you have to make sure you got to think about, like, what do they care about? What's important to them? Why would they read this? What do they need to know that would help their lives? And constantly be thinking about that one person on the other end of that book, holding that book, because you don't know what they're going through. They may be in a sad period of their life. They may be doing really well and really excited. They have a lot of different things going on in their life when they get your book. And you have to keep that in mind when you're writing it, because not everybody's going to think like you or see the world like you.
Exactly. So I need to think about what can help them to, and so they know how to inspire kids to do business.
And think also, when you're writing it, you got to think about, what is their pain? What pain are they going through with their kids? Are their kids being bullied? Is the book for the parent on how to inspire the kid? Is it the book for how to inspire a community? You got to think about, what is the big picture that you want your book to have an impact on.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So what does self-love mean to you?
Well, self-love means that no matter what other people think of you, you still take care of yourself. And I say it very carefully, that to have self-love, you have to take good care of yourself. Because imagine this: if you got a tummy ache and you went to the hospital, right? And the nurse didn't take good care of you. Sometimes the nurse showed up, sometimes they were kind of mean, sometimes they were rude. You wouldn't really feel very loved by that nurse. And that's because that nurse wasn't taking good care of you. And the same thing exists. You have that same person, that same nurse lives in you. You have to be good to yourself, take good care of yourself to feel that self love. It's not just something you can sit on it under a tree and hope for self love. It's an activity of taking good care of yourself and being kind to yourself and saying positive, uplifting things.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
So why is self-love really important?
Well, it's important because sometimes you go through challenges in life. Sometimes when you're growing a business, like you're learning, when you're growing a business, sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you don't have the money to pay the rent and keep the lights on. And if you don't have self-love, then you can kind of beat yourself up and be like, what did I do? Why did I screw up? Why am I such a failure? And that's really hard to grow a business with that thinking. So self-love gives you the strength to go on when times are tough.
So it's basically how I view it is it's like you like how like I wouldn't let someone like I care about like my dog, for instance, like I wouldn't let someone ever hurt her. So I
Right.
need to like think of myself as my dog
Yeah.
and treat myself how I treat her. So then I protect myself.
Yeah. So the question is, did you dye your dog's hair blue?
No.
Okay. Okay, next question.
So, what advice do you have for kids about self love?
I would tell them that you need to treat yourself like a best friend, like you said, your dog, somebody that you really, really care about, because you're going to face bullies, people that aren't going to say nice things to you, like you had with people saying you shouldn't be a kid starting a business. And when you face those meanie pants, you have to be good to yourself to be able to push through those challenging times. It's also important with self love that you know that sometimes you may even doubt yourself. You might even sometimes emotionally slip up and be mean to yourself, but you got to forgive yourself and get back up because nobody is perfect, my dear. No one is always happy. No one is always confident. Sometimes we go through dark moments where we are maybe not as nice to ourselves as we should be. But when we recognize that, we have to forgive ourselves and start back over and get back up.
I agree. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you could change anything about the world, what would it be? All these questions really fit into what we're talking about today.
Yeah. If I could change anything about the world, I would have the entire human race not be insecure, not not question their own worth and value, because I feel if the whole human race loved themselves, then we wouldn't have war. We wouldn't have a lot of um, challenges between countries and people. A lot of the problems on this planet would go away if people loved themselves.
Exactly. I agree. So, where can people go to find out more about you?
Well, they could go look me up on Facebook. They could go to my website, SeanStephenson.com. They could come to one of my live events that I do in Arizona, or they could have a dance party with me on uh, on Facebook Live.
I like that.
Good.
So, we're going to take a quick break, and we've been talking with Sean Stephenson about what is self love. We'll be right back.
Are you here to change the world? Do you talk about things like vibration, frequency, awakening, and consciousness? Are you pretty sure you have superpowers? The Superpower Net is unlike normal coaching programs and conscious communities. We provide training, intuitive guidance, peer-to-peer learning, intensive one-on-one coaching, and a high vibrational network of people just like you. When you join the net, you get 24/7 access to a collaborative group of people who support you as you master your personal power and unlock your superpowers. If you're ready to use your superpowers to change the world, then join the Superpower Net today. Visit superpowerexperts.com/the-net to learn more.
Okay, we're back. And we've been talking with Sean Stephenson about what is self love. And this is my friend Murphy.
Hello, Murphy.
He's going to help me introduce the next thing, which is it's time for super musical questions. I'm practicing ventriloquism.
I like it.
Thank you. So, what is your favorite color?
That would be turquoise.
I love turquoise too. What is your favorite animal?
A human.
What is your favorite superhero?
Batman.
What is your favorite place?
Hanging out with my wife.
I like it. What is your favorite holiday and why?
When I was a kid, it was Halloween because I loved dressing up and being able to blend into a crowd. As an adult, I really like New Year's Eve because it's the start of a new year.
I like it. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
I would love to be able to speak every language on the planet.
I like that. I have 3. So it's mind teleportation, invincibility, and flight. So then I could be like the master at hide and go seek.
Yeah, you would.
All right. What would you say if someone said they didn't like something about you?
I would say you have the right to your own opinion. You're just wrong.
Nice. All right. All right. So Murphy's gonna go hang out now. So
See you, Murphy.
bye. All right. Can we remind people where they can go to find out more about you?
They can go to look me up on Facebook, or they could go to SeanStephenson.com, or they could dance with me on YouTube. They look me up on YouTube.
Thank you. Oh, so what is your next projects that you're up to?
My next project is I'm launching this month a new podcast called The Sean Stephenson Show, where I interview professional speakers about how to become a professional speaker.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like it. So now it's time for funny FaceTime. All right. Would you like to join me in the? Oh, do you have any questions for me before we wrap up?
What do you plan to do for the world?
Actually, I plan on inspiring 1 million kids to do business.
Okay, I have 2 questions then. What is your favorite subject in school?
All right. So I am homeschooled, so probably science and math.
And my last question before I let you move on with your own interview is, what is your favorite color?
I like all of them, but probably turquoise and all shades of blue.
Okay. All right. Back to you now.
All right. Would you like to join me in the sign off?
Yes.
All right. Remember, kids, we all have superpowers and we can
Change the world.
All right. Thank you, Sean.
All right, I gotta fly away now.